Alright, so today we are going to be working on a Kawasaki trimmer, and what we're going to be doing is taking the gas tank off, because as you can see right there, it has a small crack in it and it is beginning to leak fuel. So what you're going to do is take those two screws out and take that one out up there, and that should take the gas tank off. And we are also going to replace the gasket right here, because this might damage while we are trying to take it off. So we're going to get started on that. Okay, so right now we're going to use a snap-on flat-headed screwdriver, and we are going to take this off. So now the gas tank is off, as you can see. So now we're going to try to take that gasket out without damaging the parts. But you should be able to just pull, and those lines should just feed right out. So to try to not damage it, I'm going to be using like a body tool to try to pry it out with a little something softer. So that way maybe it would do a little better and it might not rip. Okay, so as you can see, I got the gasket out. It doesn't seem to be too damaged, but you can see that there is a filter inside of there as well. We just replaced the lines because we thought that's what the issue was, so we know all that is good. And the gasket looks good. I couldn't show you exactly how to get it off, but with this, it fit right underneath there, and I just pried and worked it out. I had to do it with two hands, so I couldn't hold the phone while I'm doing it. But now, gas tank, it is completely off. So now we're going to take the cap off this one, throw this one in the trash, get the fuel out of it, and start to replace. Okay, so I ended up using the new gasket just because I got it, and I may as well use it just in case that other one was damaged at all. So what I had to do to get this one in was to kind of ball up the line like that and stick it through the larger hole and run it up through and out into here. And a pair of these pliers worked really well, because you could get down inside the hole like that and actually grab it and pull through on it. So that these worked really well when I was trying to do stuff like that. And then you could grab one that's a little wider and pull it all the way through to where you need it. So these worked really well, and I'm gonna get the other side in, and then we'll attach the gas tank, and that should be it. Alright, I'm gonna try to show you how I did this with this one. I balled it up, stuck it in, and got it through like that. And just, I did a little bit of a spinning motion just because that kind of helped. So spin, and see it came through like that. And then I would grab these, stick it inside the hole a little bit, and try to just gently pull on it. And once I got a little bit more of it out, take them sideways and try to just gently pull through. And with this one up top, this little tiny line, this one you don't need a lot of it sticking out, because this one runs all the way inside the gas can. This is the end that also the fuel filter goes on. So now we're going to hook it back up to the trimmer and get it done. So now one thing about this, you have to remember which end came off of which spout. For me, the little end right here came off of this port, and this longer section right here came off of this one. So you need to remember which end goes where, so you can hook it back up right. So once again, this small end went in for me, went into that one, and that longer end went into that one. So I'm just going to hook these back together. Stick that one right there like that, all the way down, locked in like it was before. And then we're going to do this one. Once I can get set this one back down all the way on it, like that. Both of them sitting all the way down on. Now we're going to run this back through the tank, put the filter back on this line, and hook it all back up. So with that, it's really easy. You just push just like you did on those, you just push this back up on here all the way flush like that, and you're done with that. Now that I'm not so worried about so much gas, as you can see, we have put the gasket back in it, and the hose, the lines ran back inside of it. So now when you go to line up all your holes and stuff for like this, like where it would exactly sit on the trimmer, you can set all that back up, and then for this line, it'll pull right back out of there if you need to bring just a little more out to give it just a little bit of slack in here, so that way it's not extremely tight, but it's still far enough down inside of the tank that it'll still operate properly. So we're gonna put the bracket on it right here and fix the lines, and we're gonna put a little bit of gas in it. Make sure there's no leaks in any of the gasket or any of the lines. We'll fire it up, let it run for a second, and we should be good. Once you've got everything tightened down, you've checked your fuel lines, your gasket to make sure, last thing, put on the cap. Push the cap through like that, around the spout, and then all you gotta do is just twist that on. Put some mixed fuel in it, fire it up, make sure there's no leaks around the gasket or any of the fuel lines. Make sure it runs normally, and you will be fine. That's how you place a gas tank on a Kawasaki trimmer.